Hello everyone and welcome to your pick a card reading. Today we are going to find out how you can tap into your true purpose. Remember that this is a general reading. If you do want a personal reading, the link will be down in the description box below. So today you get to choose between the Christmas drum, a pine cone, and a snowflake. So whichever one grabbed your attention first, choose that one. The timestamps will be in the description box, and I will see you in your reading. Hello group 1 and welcome to your reading. So let's see how you can tap into your true purpose. So it seems that some of you may be going through a rough patch of sorts. It could be regarding love, but in the situation that you are in, whichever aspect of your life this is in, a personal issue reaches resolution. So work, of course, is required on your part. And as the card here says, find your voice. I kind of get the sense that this, if this is a love, like a romantic aspect of your life, it could be that maybe you are you're being made to follow someone else's rules, someone else's ways, and you feel less than, and maybe even trapped in this situation. But the source here is saying that you need to step up, you need to find your voice, and you need to take charge of your own life. Wisdom is required, right? The crone here, she's all about wisdom. She's all about, someone who has lived a life, that's full of knowledge, that is, writing constantly everything she has learned, right? So you're being asked to take what you have learned, to apply it to this area of your life. And once you do step up and find your courage, find your voice, things will reach a resolution here. Okay? So you will find your purpose once you start standing up for yourself. Once you step up, and if you don't want to do something, say no. And don't let someone else encourage you or change your mind. If you truly don't want to do something, don't do it. Okay, if this is a work environment, don't sacrifice, your values and stuff just because of money. If someone says, well, you have to do this in order to be paid, or things like that, if something is uncomfortable and goes against your morals or values, don't do it. No matter how much they will be paying you, no matter the rewards or benefits. Your integrity, your morals, your values, those things mean something in the long run. Because one day, if you do keep sacrificing those things in order for some temporary benefits, one day you'll wake up and you won't recognize yourself anymore. You're going to be depressed, you're going to spiral because you lost yourself, you lost your integrity. Okay, so finding your voice, stepping up and applying what you know, it will lead you to reaching a resolution, and through this path you're going to come closer to knowing what your true purpose is in life. Because maybe right now you're trapped in some situation, or maybe even lost yourself, but you need to get back on track. Okay, you need to find what it is that makes you you, stick to your morals and values, and just be honest with yourself and others. No matter how much they try to change your ways, don't allow them to do that. Of course, listen to what they have to say and see if it aligns with something, because sometimes we do have to step out of our comfort zone, right? But just don't cross a line where it actually makes you sacrifice, your goodness, your values and things like that. Okay, so I feel here that there is a lot of potential different ways that you guys can find your true purpose. Of course, if multiple people are watching this, right, it's not going to be one way for everyone, right? Everyone will have a different way of finding that true purpose. But there are sort of struggles along the way where things might, tempt you in different directions, but it feels like you could overcome that and find more opportunities if you stay focused, okay? Work, of course, is required. Action on your part is required. It's not like you can sit around and be in that trapped environment and one day things will be better. It's like you have to do the work. You have to step in and take control of your life and direct it where you need to go, right? Where you want it to go. So work on your part is required. You are being called for something greater than what you have currently, right? Because we started here with darkness and, trying to find your voice. But once you do that, once you start using your voice and telling others what it is you want, what it is you need, right, to make your life better, and not just you doing things for others while you're down in the dumps, right, you will be called for something greater. Because everything is like a snowball effect. Once it starts going, once you start doing the work and moving forward, things will come to you faster. You will manifest better. And that path will lead you to where you actually need to be. Somewhere that's, a lot more happier and more satisfying than you are right now. Okay, so your advice is risk. Learn to grow wherever you are planted. Perfect. So basically, no matter how dark your environment is or your work or anything, use whatever you can. Use the wisdom you found. Use the skills that you learned within that environment and evolve in it, right? Don't just adapt, but move forward. So use what you learned and just move forward. Sometimes you have to risk stepping away, quitting, moving away, whatever it is, in order to reach something better. Even if it's hard or too sentimental, or maybe you're even going through like one of those Stockholm syndromes, right, where you learned to be in this chaotic or struggling state and environment, and when you think of moving away, there are things within that environment that maybe you do enjoy, or maybe the memories of that job or person or people were good at some point, right? And you can't let go because of those memories. But the thing is, those are just memories, right? You can take those memories everywhere you go. But if things are bad now, then what's the point of staying if the good is just in the past, right? So sometimes risk is required. So wherever you are right now, grow from it. Use what you can. Speak up, use your voice, and just demand your right to live in a way that benefits you as well, not just the other party. So this is a work environment. Speak up to your boss, or talk to HR, or get counseling, or if this is a home thing, talk to your partner. Tell them how you feel or how they make you feel, and see if they change. If they don't change, then step away, right? Do what you need in order to move on, because staying in this position wherever you are and not speaking up at all, you won't find your true purpose, because currently you may just be existing and not actually living. So you got the friendship ring and sport. So it feels like for some of you, whatever this relationship is, and it doesn't just have to be romantic, but it can be like a partnership, co-workers, whatever it is, right? Any aspect of your life. This could just be a sport, right? Maybe for them it's not serious. They may just be using you for something that benefits them, their company, their needs, whatever it is. So this partnership here may not be real at all. So you're being called to choose some sort of path, because this thing or this person, whatever it is, it may keep tempting you with things or doing things that make you keep coming back, or making it harder to leave or step away. But you need to get your priorities straight. You need to choose a path and be determined about it, okay? Step up, use your voice, and opportunities will open for you. Sometimes you just gotta risk it, okay? So that's all I have for you, Group 1. Please do like the video if you liked it. Subscribe in order to be updated for more future videos. And comment and tell me what you thought, how it resonated, which group you chose, and if you have any suggestions for future readings. I'll see you in the next one. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. Let us find out how you can tap into your true purpose. Okay, so a lot of you may be functioning in a victim consciousness. So, thinking things like, oh, why me? Or always finding that victim state in any situation, always focusing on the negative, which can lead to physical or mental ailments in your body, because you keep dragging yourself down. by being in that victim state of mind, you are basically creating more situations and scenarios where you become the victim, right? So maybe you're constantly clumsy or fall or hurt yourself, not on purpose, of course, but just it's like you keep attracting shitty situations that hurt you and you don't know why, but it's because you're stuck in that victim state of mind. Maybe you like the attention others give you, when you tell them about something horrible that has happened to you, but you're just, even though you love the sympathy and the attention, all you're doing is creating a harsher environment for yourself. So treating yourself better and having a more positive outlook on life and yourself can lead to a better connection with yourself and other people. Because not everyone will want to keep listening to, all your shitty situations or your, victim scenarios and things like that. It's going to get really boring very fast. Because people, they want to see you happy. They want to see you thriving and not just always, sad and hurt, right? So the question here is, what do you need to release, right? So what you need to release is that negativity. It's that victim consciousness, right? So even though it's easier said than done, it still is pretty easy because you don't have to wait until something changes. You can actually change it yourself. And the trick to do that is just changing your perception. How you perceive things is how you experience it. So if you're constantly looking at life as if things are always horrible and everyone is to blame, you are then going to create situations for yourself and attract opportunities where people will hurt you, where people will break your heart, where, that way you keep thinking that what you believe is true, but instead you're the one creating the situation, right? So if you decide today that the world, sure, it can be a dangerous and scary place, but it's still great. There's beauty in it. There are really good people, and if you choose and decide to just focus on that good, but still, of course, be cautious and prepared for something bad, right? Then you get to live in that balance and you get to create something better because now you're in a more healthier outlook on life, right? So it's like the quote of hope for the best but prepare for the worst, right? So it doesn't mean that you have to lay your full guard down that nothing will ever happen. Have common sense, but choose to look at life in a more positive way. And that's when, you know, more positive scenarios and opportunities will come your way. Because energy attracts like energy. So how you vibe is what the universe will send to you. Okay, so adjustments here are required. You need to release that victim mindset. Okay, some of the cards are the same as group 1 here. So What I'm seeing is that you need to allow that victim consciousness to die, because it won't serve you well in this life. You are only sabotaging yourself while others will rise, and then you're going to feel maybe jealous, angry that everyone around you is rising while you're always maybe in the same place or worse. And that's all because you are doing this to yourself. Okay, so you need to allow that sort of outlook to die off, and you need some time for reflection. Okay, this is important because, of course, you can't go from victim consciousness to a healthy consciousness in a matter of seconds. Of course, you can choose that, but it takes some time. It takes some reflection, and to go deeper within yourself. Okay, so rest and just take some time to yourself. By choosing this new outlook, it will be a feeling of as if you entered a new life, right? Because everything around you will, everything that doesn't serve you will start to crumble and fall apart, and new things will rise up. And because of that, you're going to feel as if you stepped into a whole new life. Okay, so there will be a lot of learning along the way. I feel like you will be blessed with a lot of opportunities because of this. Okay, this new outlook will change your life. And it sounds strange because all you have to do is just think differently, right? Just choose to think differently. And yet it brings a chain reaction of so much changes. Because a lot of people tend to think that with hard work, right, with struggle, that's when all these changes come in. So it's weird to think that just something as simple and as fast as just changing the way you think and looking at things differently, that this amount of changes can occur, but it can. Okay, because we are energetic beings, and just by tuning to different energies, you attract those similar energies, right? So if you only took as much energy to think of things positively as you thought of them negatively, you will work wonders in your life. Okay, you will have so much opportunity. Work is required, but there will be people along the way that can help you. Maybe talk to your friends or family and tell them, that you don't want to live like you've been living now, and that you want to think things positively and in a better way. So maybe if they can help you, right? If they can, if you don't catch yourself when you're thinking negatively, tell them that, when they notice it, to tell you right away, right? Because the moment you notice it, quickly change it into a positive thought, okay? And sometimes maybe because of how natural it is for you to go down into that dark or victim state of mind, maybe you won't always notice when you're doing it. So tell them, right? Ask them, hey, if you notice it and I don't catch myself, tell me right away. That way you can shift, and eventually it will get easier. It'll be like second nature to you, and you won't be in that negative mindset anymore, right? So you need to release this. You already have two cards here, the death card and what you need to release. So you need to allow this to die off, because this is an energy that doesn't serve you and that will not make you move forward. Okay, so heal whatever you need to heal. Maybe there are things in your past that you're still latching onto, and that's why you have this victim mentality. So whether you find professional help, or you talk to someone that you trust and that you feel safe with, or even just writing things down and stating what happened, how it made you feel, how it makes you feel now, and then rest, sleep on it, and after a few days or a week, right, reread what you wrote, and see it from a third perspective, right? Not as if you're the one experiencing it, but as if you're reading someone else's thoughts, okay? And see how much you've grown from it. Okay, so you need to let go of this. You're not a victim, okay? You're a survivor for whatever you have gone through, but it's time to move on. Okay, this is a sign and a calling for you that it's time to move on. So let's see what advice you get. What advice does Group 2 Okay, so you guys got humility. Flowers are unaware of each other's beauty. They bloom regardless. So try not to worry or think about where others are, what they're doing, how their life is, and what you lack, okay? Just do the work regardless of what's going on around you, okay? You don't have to know where others are in their life, their success. You can be happy for them, but don't be envious because your path isn't their path and vice versa. Okay, you have your own path, and even if you do want to have someone else's skills, or you want some aspect of someone else's life, that doesn't mean you want all of it, right? Because if you actually live their life, there may be a lot of things that you actually wouldn't enjoy. Not saying that they're going through something horrible, but maybe it's just not, something to your liking. So even if you like something about their life, it doesn't mean that their whole life is for you, right? So work on yourself. Work on your own path and see where it takes you, because if you actually end up releasing this negative thoughts and this whole victim mentality, it's going to push you forward and actually help you get to a whole different place. Your life is not going to look the same within a year's time if you actually work on this. Okay, so let's see what else you get. So you got wish, heart, and learn, which is in Knight of Pentacle here, has a book and tends to be about learning, right? So maybe a wish. So it feels like there's something that you do have to learn, and maybe it's to connect with your heart, right? To connect more with your heart and to see the positive in life and in people, which could make a wish come true for you. Maybe even so focused that you want something so badly, but it's like you can't ever get to it, and that's because of the state that you're in mentally. Okay, so work on this. I really have hope in you, and I know that you can actually do this if you actually took the time, okay? I'm pretty sure you waste a lot of time listening to negative music or watching really crappy movies or, useless TV shows or something. So if you took some time to actually work on this and to, spend some time resting and reflecting and healing from something, it could do a lot more wonders than what you have been doing currently. So this is how you can find your true purpose. Okay, so that's all I have for you, Group 2. Remember to like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe in order to be updated with more readings, and art stuff, and comment below and tell me what you thought, how it resonated, which group you chose, and if you have any suggestions for further readings. Okay, so I'll see you in the next one. Hello group 3, and welcome to your reading. So let us see how you can tap into your true purpose. Okay, so maybe some of you may have been deceptive towards yourself or others because you haven't been saying what you actually mean. Maybe communication isn't or wasn't good, or maybe you've been saying things in order just to fit in and not look weird or stupid or, like a loser. But in order to find your true purpose, you need to have integrity and honesty with yourself and with others. So you always have to say what you actually mean and mean what you say. Okay, because saying one thing but doing another, it's going to get boring real fast, and you may lose your friends because of that, or even partners or anything, because no one wants to be around people that they cannot depend on. Or when they say one thing but then you see that the thing they said isn't something that they actually believe in, because their behavior is the total opposite from what they were saying. I know people like this, and I disconnected from them because I just couldn't take the persona they were trying to build when it wasn't even natural to them, right? Where they will say they only wear, real jewelry or real precious metals, but then a week later you see them wearing plastic beads. So it's like, wait a minute, were you just lying or pretending you were something you weren't? Or, just always having to second guess someone. And some people tell me, it's like, oh, just, you won't have anyone to hang out with, so just, who cares, hang out with them, you know how they are. But I can't do that, because then you second guess everything that comes out of their mouth. So it's like you're just hanging out with someone that could lie about anything and everything, and you don't even know who they are. And I'm not going to waste my energy spending time with someone like that, right? So I get that, you maybe want to be someone, specific. Maybe you have this idea of someone you want to be, and you try to be that, but the thing is that isn't natural for you. You cannot create a persona, right? A lot of people that are into, whether it's a spiritual community or a paranormal or whatever it is, right? Every community has this, where they want to be that voice for something, but then you see that, like, their behavior doesn't match what they're actually saying. So with this reconnect with Mother Earth, it's not just that you have to reconnect with nature, but with integrity and honesty, because nature is always honest, right? A lion or a wolf, they don't, if you put like a piece of meat in front of them and they haven't eaten for a few hours, they're not going to pretend they're not hungry and just say, oh no, it's fine, right? I'm good. It's like they're going to eat it. It's like we have these unwritten rules in society that are kind of ridiculous, right? Because, when you go to someone's house and they have some, I don't know, maybe cookies or pastries or something on the table, right, set out for you because you're their guest and they want to serve you something nice to eat. And they say, take as many as you want. The unwritten rule is, of course, you can't like eat all of it, right? Because you're going to look like a pig. So even though they say that, they'll still judge you if you end up eating all of it. So it's like we tend to live in this dishonest society. because people don't mean what they actually say. And we need to change that. Because if people actually said what they meant and meant what they said, we could be depending on people a lot more and more easily. Because if someone says, hey, I'll be there at 6:30, you then know they're not going to be there at 7 or 8 or 5. They're going to be around that time, maybe even a few minutes earlier, just to make sure that they're there at that time, right? And that would be amazing, right? So you need to have integrity. You need to be more honest with yourself. It's great to have some idea of who you want to be, but if you're not that, then forget it. Don't pretend that you are. Don't say that you only wear cotton but then buy polyester. Like, that's stupid. So you need to connect with your honesty. You need to connect more with nature and maybe observe it. See how animals function, and coexist in an environment. There are no lies. They do what they have to do, especially now for the winter. They gather food, they hide it, they scurry around or fly, or, it's always honest. They are who they are. So nothing is yet set in stone for you here, because this is something that, of course, requires work, right? Maybe lying for you or pretending you're someone that you actually aren't, maybe it's become such second nature to you that you don't know where you start and that persona, begins or starts or whatever. So it could be challenging, but this is something you need to work on, because you won't find your true purpose if you're lying to yourself or to others. You need to own it. Okay, even if they think you're weird or a loser or whatever, you need to own it. Step away. If they're toxic and can't handle your honesty, step away. Because you will find true friends that actually appreciate your honesty and actually want to hang out with you. Okay, so it's a little scary to shed away that that illusion that you built, but it's going to be worth it in the long run. Yeah, I feel like some of you are very scared, maybe by hearing this, because maybe other people, especially if you have an audience, right? If you're a Twitch streamer or a YouTuber or an influencer of some kind, and people know you as that illusion that you built, it could be scary, like a scary thought, because you may feel like you're going to lose a lot of people. Personally, I don't find that money is worth the illusion, because money is a temporary thing. You don't take that with you when you leave this place, but you do take your memories, you do take the feelings of how others made you feel and how you made others feel. Uh, you know, so I don't feel like it's worth it to live a lie just to please others, when even if you do lose a lot of followers or people in your life, it's going to be worth finding new people that actually love you for you, that know you, the real you. Okay, and some of you may be dead set in your ways of continuing this illusion and working hard for it. Yeah, you need to be strong and brave, okay? Stronger than maybe you have ever been. Because maybe this illusion is very strong that you have created. But something new and amazing will come out of this. Something that you may not have expected, that will actually create a deeper reality for you than the one you have. Because currently you may be living a very shallow type of life with temporary happiness, but by having integrity and actually saying what you truly mean is going to open doors within this reality that goes far deeper than what you have experienced so far. Okay, so you need to be graceful about this. You need to own it. Yeah, it's going to be really, really tough, like very hard. Stripping away all that illusion, all that fakery, but it's truly going to open doors and work wonders for you, especially if you own it and don't allow other people to investigate and find that you were lying about something and then have it blow up on the internet or in your family or friends or co-workers or whatever, and then you have to end up going through that apology tour of sorts, right? Which always looks fake, right? Because if you truly were sorry, why didn't you bring it up? Why did you wait until someone else caught you, right? Because then it only seems like you're apologizing because you were caught. So before that even happens, step up, own it, state your honest truth, move forward in life with honesty. Joy. Spread seeds of joy like a wildflower, and no doubt you will revel in the result. Okay, so think about this. When you're full of joy, it's an honest emotion, right? So by being honest, you are spreading positivity, right? You're spreading the seeds of positivity because everyone likes honesty. And those who don't like honesty, right? Like when you tell someone something about them and then they argue with you and get mad, it's because they have been identified, right? You hit a sensitive spot. So they tend to defend a lie just because they feel vulnerable and called out and don't want to face the truth. Okay, so of course, being honest doesn't mean that you have to be mean, right? There are really kind ways to say something with honesty. So let's see what else we get. Okay, so you guys got the star. So this is a wish fulfillment. So if you actually work on this and shed this illusion that you build and truly be honest and say what you actually mean, there is a wish fulfillment that comes your way. That or a very big healing. Okay, something magical, right? Because you also have the Magician card. Something magical will unfold once you actually start being honest with yourself and with others. And I keep emphasizing with yourself because we also end up lying to ourselves about things, right? When we do something, we lie to ourselves that that the intention is for, just to help someone, but really it's because we know that we might get something from them in return, right? So don't lie to yourself, okay? Be honest in everything you think, everything you say, everything you do, okay? Let your thoughts, words, and deeds match up, okay? Don't just say one thing but do another. So that's all I have for you, Group 3. If you enjoyed the reading, please leave a like, subscribe in order to be updated on more videos, and leave a comment and tell me which group you chose, how it resonated, what you thought, and any suggestions you have for future readings. So I'll see you guys in the next one.